gaining a reputation for films that are cool.
Oh, this movie was so good. Wait. Did you just click on my video? That's dope. God bless. I hope you're having a good day. Let's get to the video. Roll it! Why do A24 films look like that? I'm watching this video because there was a lot of A24 trailers dropping. I didn't watch them, but I seen them on my feed, and this video seemed like a good place to go and watch before I actually watch the trailers that are sitting in my watch later now.
When people choose which movie to watch, they might check who's the director or who are the actors. But recently people started watching movies because of a studio. Imagine if someone 10 years ago said you should watch.
Just like people playing games because of a studio, right? Like Insomniac. If I know Insomniac dropping something, I'm locked in.
Watch a movie because Paramount made it.
What the hell does this have to do with anything?
It has a lot to do with it.
Happening!
But nowadays, with the growing A24 fan base, many people watch a movie simply because it's produced by A24, gaining a reputation for films that are cool.
Oh, this movie was so good. Anything, everywhere at once or something.
Cool, weird, and original.
Was good.
For them, the A24 logo in the opening credits serves as the stamp of approval of a good film. So, what has changed? Well, in many movies, the directors typically dictate the style of the film. For instance, when watching a Quentin Tarantino movie, one can anticipate stylized violence, sharp dialogue, non-linear storytelling, pop culture references, and an eclectic soundtrack. However, with A24, it's not just the directors that establish the style, it's also the studio itself. This style is evident in the majority of their films, so it's not surprising that you can often recognize an A24 movie upon viewing it.
Wait, is it the left? Is this A24?
The roots of this style trace back to 2012 when the A24 studio was founded. One of their main principles when starting out was that they wouldn't use any forms of traditional marketing because it's expensive. Instead, they opted for cheaper, viral forms of marketing. To execute viral marketing effectively, their movies had to be crafted for social media virality.
A24 made this? What was it? James Franco was the pimp? Was it James Franco? I think it was. I remember this movie, yo. These two, was it Selena Gomez and the girl from High School Musical? I couldn't believe this when I saw it. I was like, what? Wait a minute. They got their boobs out. Oh my goodness.
And with that, the movie Spring Breakers was born.
Spring Breakers.
My shit. I got my blue Kool-Aid.
This movie was
I got my
good.
Nunchuck.
In this movie, 4 college girls hold up a restaurant to fund their spring break vacation. What makes it more intriguing is that these roles are portrayed by former Disney starlets.
Yes.
This was quite a surprise for teens who were accustomed to seeing them in
Threw a nigga off.
wholesome entertainment, now watching them embark on a mischievous adventure. This is the first A24 movie that most people saw, and it's a very good example of an A24 style. It also had a lot of memeable sequences, which helped them in the marketing aspect, leveraging memes to get the movie buzzing without spending money on traditional forms of advertising. The movie has a strong artistic vision from the director Harmony Korine, who stated that he wanted to make the film appear as a mixture of a Britney Spears music video and a Gaspar Noé film. And he very much succeeded with it. These striking visual choices and neon color palettes became the recognizable symbol and a visual language of A24 films.
A24, it's not about the plot, it's about the lighting. If it doesn't look like it was filmed in a TikToker's basement, I'm not watching it.
At this time, A24 was still primarily a distribution company. Unlike traditional movie studios, which typically handle both production and distribution, A24 focused solely on distribution. They would find independently produced movies that aligned with their principles and buy the distribution rights for them. Then, they would do the marketing for those movies and make deals with companies that can show the movies to audiences. After 4 years of working this way, A24 started producing their own movies.
Running around, catching a boy that light. In moonlight, black boys look blue.
Moonlight was the first movie they both produced and distributed.
I remember Moonlight. I didn't watch it, but I saw it. I mean, like I saw it on the was this on Netflix? Probably wrong. Somewhere.
And it was a big success, both commercially and critically.
Moonlight, Best Picture.
If we look at its style, Moonlight has that classic A24 vibe. A distinct character-focused story and lots of neon and subjective lighting. But why is it that many other A24 films also have that same artistic visual vibe? Well, it's connected to certain characteristics that contribute to a cohesive feel in their movie catalog.
This was A24 too. This had Kevin Garnett in it.
Number 1. Artistic vision. A24 tends to work with filmmakers who have distinctive artistic visions, resulting in films that share thematic and stylistic elements. Number 2. Narrative depth. Many of their films explore complex themes and character-driven narratives, which creates a similar depth of storytelling across their lineup. Number 3. Focus on independent filmmaking. A24 primarily distributes independent films, which often prioritize creativity and unique storytelling over commercial appeal. This focus leads to a similarity in tone and approach across their films. Number 4. Innovative storytelling. A24 is known for supporting innovative and unconventional storytelling techniques, which can create a sense of similarity in the way stories are presented to audiences. Number 5.
Okay.
Target audience. A24 has cultivated a specific target audience that appreciates thought-provoking and emotionally resonant cinema, leading to a selection of films that cater to similar tastes and preferences.
What'd you put on?
Oh, it's one of my favorites.
Huh, probably sucks. Oh, fuck!
In the process of making a movie, filmmakers are presented with a choice. Tell a story in an objective way that is detached from a character, or in a subjective way that replicates the character's point of view and the emotions he is experiencing. If we get back to those 5 characteristics of A24 films, it's completely logical that most of their filmmakers will opt for a subjective storytelling, which inherently calls for a subjective approach to cinematography. One cinematography concept that can be used to tell a story in an objective or a subjective way is lighting. Objective storytelling is achieved with naturalistic lighting. For more subjective stories, cinematographers employ more expressionist lighting techniques. This can include using RGB lights or adding color gels to add different hues of light to a scene. Using vibrant, exaggerated color lifts the stories beyond reality, capturing the mood or perspective of a character in that moment, rather than merely presenting.
Cool as hell too. I didn't understand what he was saying, but okay, now I understand as far as the lighting expressing the scene itself. It is cool as hell.
The world plainly as it is. Given that most A24 films are character-focused, it's understandable that they often employ more subjective lighting, contributing to a cohesive visual vibe, and the feeling that their movies look somewhat similar. While there are exceptions such as The Lighthouse, which despite being black and white, still utilizes subjective and artsy cinematography connected to A24. Or to put it this way, if another A24 film, like The Green Knight, had to be filmed in black and white, it would look just like The Lighthouse. But A24 doesn't just make movies, they make
Oh my goodness, Euphoria. This was produced, this was A24 is a studio.
TV shows too.
The lighting on this show is so fun. When they dropping season 3, man, it's been a minute. There you go. Nate.
A lot of people who watched Euphoria didn't know it was produced by A24.
That's his name,
But when
right?
they found out, it made perfect sense. The cinematography just screams A24. This distinct visual style played a big part in the show's success. But the look isn't hyper-stylized just for the sake of being hyper-stylized. It's crucial in helping the audience understand what drives the characters. The filmmakers of Euphoria wanted to achieve something they call emotional realism. They wanted to show the extreme highs and lows of adolescence visually, even if those visuals didn't adhere to a physical realism. This look of emotional realism is easier to create when you have the locations and occasions like in Euphoria. But what if it's a project where the setting just doesn't allow for fancy set design and lighting? Midsommar is a good example of this. Although made by the same director and cinematographer of Hereditary, which was their first feature film, Midsommar is completely opposite in the visuals. With Hereditary, they were pursuing this look that was almost too dark. With Midsommar, they were doing the exact opposite, seeing how bright they can push the movie. For Hereditary, they had a house that was built and could control the lighting any way they wanted. For Midsommar, they were filming on an open field. Despite being shot in the field, with no opportunities to use fancy lighting, they still created a style that stands out from other movies with similar scenery. The difference being that this time, they had to rely on lenses and color grading to create that dreamy pastel look. We could discuss the cinematography and colors of every A24 movie ever made, but why not focus on one A24 film that has every style?
Woo!
Imagine you have to create a specific visual atmosphere for the film world from scratch. Now multiply this times 50. That's what they had to do for everything everywhere all at once in order to craft a multiverse that feels both cohesive and distinct across its myriad dimensions. The film doesn't just try to visualize the coolest and most extraordinary looks. Each universe is meant to encapsulate the emotional state of the character. If it's a reality where the protagonist hates being in, the filmmakers use this Netflix comedy look, with flattering color grading and ketchup mustard tones, which goes well with the bizarre reality. Compared to this, the reality in which Evelyn is an action star needed to be hypnotic and alluring, while the so-called Alphaverse, where people develop crucial technology to track the direction of other universes, possesses strong Star Wars vibes. The filmmakers utilize all available tools to visually distinguish between the different worlds and support the narrative. For instance, in the opening scene, they employ mixed lighting to underscore the chaos in the protagonist's life. She struggles to focus on anything, and the juxtaposition of cold and warm lights within a single room intensifies this feeling. With that many worlds with unique but still similar aesthetics, Everything Everywhere All at Once might just be the perfect example of how all A24 films look the same.
Really good movie, man. 10 out of 10. Oh, so original.
But different.
Really good.
If you want to make your videos and photos look like A24 movies, check out our collection of movie LUTs and Lightroom profiles. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Wow, I saw the thumbnail and they were showing Euphoria, but I didn't think it was actually, like, I thought it was just an example, or I don't know. Yeah, so A24 been around for a hot minute. And if you go to, don't they have a channel? They do have a channel. They're just dropping trailers. Like, they drop so many damn trailers. Goodness gracious. Like, the studio has so many movies dropping. Nah, these ain't the trailers, but I remember it was like one day they went on a trailer spree. Goodness gracious. So these are the, okay, cool. Shout out A24, man. Yeah, man, Euphoria looked good. That was a good example. Euphoria and Everything Everywhere All at Once was good. Those are the two ones that I thoroughly enjoyed. Let me see. Euphoria season 3. So it looks to me like they are doing a season 3. Euphoria has been confirmed, but we also have to wait until we see Ruben and Cassie on the screen again. Yay! Let me know in the comments. Y'all like Euphoria? What is the ratings of Euphoria? Such a good show, man. Such a good show. I like this character, this character, this character. I even like this character. Yeah, all these 5. My dog Nate. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section of A24 and the movies it produces. How do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? I want to know. You actually finished my video. I don't know if you watched a lot or a little, but I appreciate you. I'm going to see you on the next video. I'm out!